Hello and welcome back to another video. I am your host, or the creator of this video, like usual, Reynamations or Reynaldo Schelmetty, or just call me Ray, either one. Uh, and I'm here for another 15-minute sketch. Like I had said the day like in the previous video, if you did watch it, obviously this is kind of like a series. I do not have what's it called, a playlist for it because I don't feel like it needs to be in a playlist. It just gonna be a series of a bunch of 15-minute sketch. I don't think anybody's gonna be bench watching those. Anyways, we're gonna get started. You should, have some practice. This time I did not have any practice, and so this will be the overall practice of what I'm trying to do. Let's see if I can pull it off really quickly. Kind of looks like a potion, right? And then, and hopefully I spelled all that correctly. Anyways, as you can see, just by the picture, we are actually going to be drawing vintage perfume. It was a recommendation by my girlfriend, and she told me, hey, what about if you draw vintage perfume or a perfume bottle in general? But she suggested more than likely vintage. I would assume to make it more vintage, I would need more references, but I decided not to go for references because, it'll be kind of cool to have like a old look and see if we could mimic an old bottle from memory. Cause it's gonna be a 15-minute sketch. It's gonna be like what sort of drawings you think it should look like, a vintage bottle, and then afterwards, what it actually looks like. Let's see. Just like that, I already have an overall look. Obviously, the usual 15 minutes. I'll set up the timer now, so it doesn't take too long for you guys out there that are just starting to watch this video for the first time. And if this is the first series of the 15 minutes, or this is the first episode of the 15-minute series that I've been creating, just letting you guys know, I tend to take a couple of extra minutes sometimes if I feel like it needs them, and sometimes I don't. Most of the time I do, but it's supposed to be a 15-minute sketch. It's just a warm up essentially. So if you ever feel like you need to do a warm up, just look up, like, just go on Google, and the first thing you see on like recommended list, just read off that and then think of something related to that topic maybe, and then just like there, or do like I do sometimes, and then get the the Jazzer's like app that he has, that he created, and the people that worked with him created, is called Arty Games, which helps you come up with really quick ideas. The last video obviously came from the Arty Games app, which was a wizard and stuff that wanted to rule the world and had elephant related clothing, so that's why he has a elephant hat. Anyways, let's get started with vintage bottle look, number one, or number one out of not only one, because it's gonna be the first design and only design. I don't got time to make more. Ready, set, start. Should I do like the 15-minute thing? This, uh, obviously I like doing squares because or rectangles or squares, either one works because it's really simple, and if you can really pull off a square or a rectangle, that'll be really that's really good. Let's say that I have a perspective, and like the perspective is somewhere over here, going up, going down. Let's do that. Single perspective, one point perspective, gonna be somewhere in the middle over there in the distance. So then that, no, like that, and that, and obviously trace there, maybe make a straight line there, straight line there, straight line there. Maybe clear out all that actually. Boom, 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 bam. Back to there and then boom. Obviously, somewhat tricky to and right there. There's that right there. And go straight down, cross. That goes that way. And interesting. They're not the same distance. Weird. You would think that they would have ended at the same point, but they don't. They should have all ended right there. So I probably did this one at a weird angle or something. I don't know. I don't really care. As long as I get an overall shape. Let's bring this down. Maybe add, since it's gonna be a bottle, let's pretend that this has like a circle shape on top. If you ever get stuck doing a circle and you don't want to either have a hard time, you can either use this tool, or even better, this tool right here. I need it to be kind of flat in an angle, so it's probably something like that. Make it that, bring it up there, probably not the right perspective, and that works. That looks like centered enough. And then bring it up. Same thing. And then just connect the dots right there. Bam. Bam. This vintage look, it has a perspective to it. Huh. Actually makes it look like it's weird. It's playing tricks with my mind. Because this looks like it's the first line, but maybe this is the back right here, this portion right here. Back. Having this lines up here is messing with me. It's so weird. It kind of makes it look like that back there is the back end, and that right there is the back end to this. Like if this kept going right here, let's see, oh, and somewhere there, and then that will be the back end for that. Kind of like those two get connected instead of like this back here. So there, that, and somewhere there, and this. So kind of like that, that, that. How long? How far are we into? 10 minutes. Oh my god. Sorry, Lord, for for putting your name in vain. You're religious and you understand why I did. Or at least if you're like a Christian, and actually stick with your beliefs. But anyways, let's not bring religion and beliefs into all this. Just focus on drawing, art, the soul of the drawing. Bam. Okay, since those are not gonna get seen, I'm gonna leave those there, but at the same time, I don't need them there. So I'm gonna add an extra layer, and in this layer, the heck, that looks different than what I'm used to. That looks more accurate. Look at that. Must be a glitch. Anyways, let's see. Yeah, definitely a glitch. Okay, in this layer, I'm gonna quickly bring this under. Probably bring it there, and I'm gonna select. Oh wait, maybe do this. Boom. And enter. And then afterwards, I'm just gonna fill this up. I'll do let's stick with the colors between here, midway, and midway here. So be the darker spot. So yeah, go somewhere there, and then that, and then lightest spot will be up here. So let's go for the lightest spot. You need this to there, and then this will go above, underneath for me, and then it will select from here, 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 here. Enter, and then I just filled all that in. And boom, we got perspective on it. Now let's fill this part in as a cap. So I'm just gonna select all this new. Bam, bam. This one, it had to be more accurate to the depiction of the circle. This one's kind of just more straighter line. Just enter, obviously. Let's go for a mid-tone dark. That could go obviously above, so bam, there, and that. And if we get rid of that, that's the overall shape. But we need all this, so let's select this, and then go for a light to dark pass down here. So I want it to get darker the closer it gets to you, and then fade away that way. Press enter, and then the same thing here. And then press that, keep it like that. But then I'm gonna select this and then just quickly pass it over this top portion of it. Maybe lock it. And then pass it really bright. So it kind of gives it like a nice bottle-ish look. And I need a line. So I'm gonna select this and then bring it slightly down. Right somewhere there. And yeah, I'll still keep this brush. I just need it to go fully wrapped around. I need it to be darker, and maybe that works. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I should. Make sure I don't go. Okay. Yeah, that looks decent. Let's make it darker really quickly, and also still keep the same tool on. Make it darker, closer, and darker, and then pass it down back here. Probably pass it brighter, somewhere over here, and oh, you already got a decent cap. Now, obviously, we need some sort of liquid on it, and it's gonna be kind of flat. So this is really simple. Just select the selection tool like usual, and then you want the liquid to go underneath this. So I'm gonna press plus, I'm gonna go here, and because this will determine how thick the bottle is. By doing this sort of gap, it kind of gives the illusion too high of the of it being too, what's it called? Yeah, that's good. And well, enter, and then fill it in. Yeah, that works. I want the brightness to be here, and the darkest part, I need it to be a little bit darker, or something like that. that, and then deselect everything. That is in the wrong spot. I need this to be underneath that. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Now, because of this, and I lock this layer in, and then select here, 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 and then but not lock it. Enter, oh, enter, and then just fill all that in. This I could go with a decently light color. Oh, no. There. It's not perfect, but you get the point across where it kind of like no, actually do need to lock it. Just color that portion. Wait, the lock there. Lock. Just color that portion in. Color that portion in. Have sort of lines on it, on the liquid. Maybe pass the airbrush on it with like a very bright color on it to give the illusion of it having that. And then for this, I'm gonna lock that and then pass the airbrush in some of those corners. Very bright color. And in there also, really quickly, where the come on, and all this portion, and pass a really dark color in this bottom portion of it, and parts of the edges right there, and stuff, and somewhere here also, and then bring down the opacity there a little. So now we get the overall shape, and then afterwards we can turn down the opacity on that, and you can kind of see the bottle, but we need a more clear outline. So what we're gonna do is select this. It's still locked. We're gonna do this brush right here, and then just pass it really soft, really quickly. This edge, some of the edges, kind of like if it has a little, just a tiny bit. This is just to get the overall shape. I don't need it. I don't need this. Boom, we got a vintage bottle. Maybe the cap is too high or something. I think so. This doesn't seem to be going any lower. I think it needs to go lower, personally. So I'm gonna select the cap really quickly, and then put it down right about there, and then try to duplicate that. Oh, stop. Actually, you know what? No, I won't. I won't bring it up, but I will duplicate this. Because it did like the overall look of it. And then Control C, Control V. Oh, enter. Control C, Control V. Then I bring it up a tiny bit. Right there, looks fine. And just like that. And obviously I'm gonna lock it, the bottom one, but not this one. Need to lock it. Obviously the time limit has already stopped, but I want to add just a tiny bit of detail because you can't really tell where this cap kind of ends. It just looks like it just starts. It doesn't have real ending. So I'm gonna do this sort of thing where it's just like shaded area there, and this portion will merge down, and then I'll also shade that portion in, that, and then the bottom portion right here to that has overall kind of shaded look. Same thing will be applied to the top portion of this. It's gonna add a shadow area right here. That's where all this gets hit, and then all this, I want it to be slightly darker, so really quickly pass the airbrush on it. It's gotta be really soft. It doesn't say vintage, and I think my first sketch actually came out better than this one. And now that I look at it, but it's not like I put liquid or anything like that on it, and I tried making this one without any line work, so a little bit over 15 minutes like usual. If anything, it just needs a tag because you can't really have a perfume bottle without any label or anything like that. So let's put like some sort of logo thing right here really quickly. Obviously, there's all additional time, so I probably I won't time lapse it because that will require me editing, and then I won't be able to upload it right on time for you guys. Yeah, I'll just really quickly make one then. See, I'll put it above. Let's have it be a circle right here, and then I'll have it be like that, but get it up. Then pass that around like that a couple times, and then put in. It's in a little. And then this one's gonna have like a dark area right there, and then the inside it's just gonna have I don't know, some sort of weird name on it. Yeah, what name is weirder than Reynamations, right? Okay. Um, Ray. Mm. And that seems to be kind of to the right perspective. I'd probably erase a little bit there and there, and bring it like that. So to the east and somewhere there. And then I'll just add a really quick circle right in the center right there. Because why not? And another circle. That looks weird. And this brush, fill it up, brush, and then this, and that just goes to show me that this end right here is too small. I'm gonna quickly fix up that M right there. Reynamation. Okay. And obviously I want it to look like it is popping out a little, so I'm gonna duplicate this really quickly and then just move it slightly back. Just slightly. And then turn this one's opacity kind of low. And then this one's even lower. Not that low. And probably move this one further back. Okay, this one's the one I moved back, right? So that should be underneath. And it should be further back. That works. Boom. You got yourself a perfume bottle. Let's quickly add a floor, like usual. Because you can't really have a perfume bottle standing on nothing, can you? Change the background to slightly gray-ish, and floor to something. This portion is gonna be black, dark, and this portion is gonna be slightly dark. This portion brighter, and the rest. Just bring it like that, just like that, and something like that. Bam. We got ourselves a vintage bottle of cologne or perfume. Either one. Brand Reynamations, like this YouTube channel. You know. Okay, anyways, thank you for joining me today for this awesome video where I go out of my way to create a vintage bottle look of any perfume. If you wanted to do this yourself, feel free. This is also done on Sketchbook Pro, like all my other drawings. So if you do want to, stay up to date with those sort of things, you can. What else? As you could tell, it does have a a clear thing to it. So yeah, do that. Make sure you can tell which one is the floor and which one's not. That works. Okay, let me save the work, and you guys out there can, enjoy another video if you maybe one of mine or maybe someone else's. Thank you guys for watching, and girls, you know, you know who you are. You know what gender you are. You know where you are and everything like that. I personally don't really need to know that. But anyways, have fun. Have a good day. Thank you for everything. If you did like it, press like. If you disliked it, press dislike. If you have any comments down below about the content or something I said, and you wanna give me ideas or anything like that, feel free. I'll read all my comments, or at least I'm reading all my comments since it's kind of small, the channel. Anyways, goodbye.